So the topic I want to talk about today is just handling time by yourself. So I'm here today at the Menil Collection, which is in the Museum District in Houston. And the thing about this place, the beautiful thing about this place is the fact that alongside all the hustle and bustle in Houston, this place is it's like in a little oasis away from all of it. And it's just, time slows down. Time definitely slows down when you're here. This is a place to gather your thoughts, to meditate, and ultimately, for me at least, to find myself more. On the drive here, you're being in a vehicle for about 2.5 hours. You kind of have to be able to, not you have to be able to, but you're by yourself, and being by yourself, sometimes depending if you decide to distract yourself or use that time to listen to a good audiobook. But for me in this instance, I did listen to the audiobook. It was Kevin Hart. It was good. But besides that, when you turn off the music, turn off the electronics, and just sit, drive, listen, it gives you time to think. It gives you time to think about what some of the questions that you may have been avoiding, or you may have not been able to ponder due to your busy life. And being in that state where I have a grand goal over here, but the thing is, in order to reach this grand goal, you have to reach these little goals here and there, these little stepping stones in order to reach it. And in that instance, the process, the act of knocking out these little goals, the fact that it takes time to knock out these little goals in order to reach this big goal, sometimes, I know for me, you lose a sense of trust in the process. And losing trust in the process, I felt like I lost a little bit of identity. I lost a little bit of direction, almost to the point where I was a little aimless. And being aimless, I feel that time blurs. The days mesh together. You wake up whatever time because you're off, and then you just feel that you don't have a plan. Even though you know that there's a big plan that you're trying to reach, and that you're doing the little things here and there to reach that big plan, what about everything else? Like, what about your life? What about your health? What about things that you need to do in order to stack on, in order to be this person? So I think, in a sense, it's good to have multiple goals to work up towards, because if you have multiple goals, then at least you have reason why you're doing certain things. For example, I want to prepare for this marathon. I want to prepare for this dance camp. I want to prepare for something physical. Then it gives you reason to wake up and be like, okay, I want to wake up, go to the gym, and knock out those kind of workouts specific to what you're gearing towards. But in a sense, those are just like small mini goals. That's like a mini goal within a big goal, but it's a big goal. Because the overall big goal would be to just maintain health and fitness throughout your entire life. But then it also helps to have those little mini goals, so that way you're always having a step, because if you just have the idea of being to be healthy and fit, for me, I feel sometimes it's just like, well, I mean, I dance, so that maintains some cardiovascular exercise for me. But honestly, just I know that I could be better. Now, that's just an example. I don't want to go off on a tangent here. So if you think about it, having a goal, having a purpose, you'll surround yourself with people of like mind who have similar structures, who have similar identities to yourself, and helps to be around those people, because then you'll also develop more of a sense of self. And this kind of thing, or this concept alone, this concept of you have a goal, you have structure that builds around that goal, and then you have an identity which develops from that structure and the type of people that you surround yourself and the type of people who have similar goals to you. It's good to know that. So you have your goals. You have the structure that builds around that goal and the routines to help you reach it. Then you have, which follows that structure, almost an identity built around that. You'll find that you'll meet people of similar identities, similar structures, and then similar goals, and then you surround yourself with people like that in order to reach your goal. But this is also like a fluid concept, because depending on what you like and dislike, it changes. That changes. But this is where morals, standards, and values come into play, depending how, not only nature versus nurture, how you were raised, but also what you decide to pick up in your day-to-day life, or what you decide to, whatever you see you like and you take. You're like, oh, I like that personality, I like the way they handle themselves, I like the way they speak, I like this and this and this and this and this. And then you just take it all, and then you kind of just mold it, you practice it until you become that. Having this concept, having this idea, which came about from being by myself, traveling by myself, and just being definitely in a car by myself. More videos will come like this, more ideas will come from just having that time by yourself and thinking of things that need to be addressed in order to find yourself. So the main point of all of this is, don't be afraid to go by yourself, go out somewhere, and just see how you handle the situation, see how you respond to the situation, see what you do, because then you find out who you are or what character you have within that moment, and then some. You'll see how you really are. And I think that's important to know. It's important to know that you can go out into this world, and after putting yourself through just different scenarios, whether it be rigorous or not, that you can put out in this world your best self. Anyways, this is Kevin Kyle L. Like and subscribe if you feel that you have anything to add into the video, or if you have any comments that you'd like to share, feel free to, and then just throw your ideas. Feel free to disagree. I don't really mind. It's just, this is just an idea, a thought. But anyways, alright, catch you later.